layout. Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with my layout share for September. I have run the numbers and got the totals, and I'm so excited. Are y'all ready for this? Like, how many swap items do y'all think that I used? Okay, did you guess? Okay, the total is 156 swap pieces I used. Now, I didn't even count, like, if I had, like, a bunch of the same things, like trees or flowers or something that was a set. I didn't count those individually. I just counted it as one. So, I used a lot of pieces. Now, sadly, it didn't really even make a dent in my stuff. But I have had so much fun using them, and I'm planning on, since I'm doing 30 days of sketches in October, I'm planning on also trying to use swap pieces every day. We'll see how it goes. So I did 37 pages for September. I scrapbooked 107 pictures. Yay! So my total pages for the year right now is 300 that I've done, and my total pictures for the year is 779. Now, my goal is to scrapbook 1,000 pictures this year. And so that puts me at needing about 74 a month through the end of the year. So I got 3 months, and I have to do at least 74 pictures a month to make the goal. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to show you guys all my layouts for the month. I have a huge stack here. I don't know if you can tell that it's a stack, but this is my stack. And this was my first page for day one that I did, and used these cute little swap pieces. This layout of us at the movies. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get some stuff moved over and still be able to see, because we're gonna have some 2-pagers coming up. Let's see. I'm actually standing up so I can look into the camera. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so then we have this fall layout. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. It kind of takes and changes the color a little bit, but this was a fall layout where I used all this cute little swap pieces, the little girls. Y'all know I love the girls. And here is this one I did for day 3. And used this that Miss Mallory made, and some other swap pieces. I did this layout, and it's hard to see, but it has mixed media done on it. Well, you really can't see it, but it has pink and it has white splatters. It just doesn't show up good in the light. And it was of my sweet little grandbaby Vivian, and she's not allowed to be on social media, so have her face covered up. This was my Dora and Diego layout from Universal. And I used up the canceled postage pieces that I wondered about. And I used a print and cut feature, which this is only the second time, which is only the first time I've ever used it on layout. But this is only the second time ever I used print and cut for my Cricut. So in the end, this plain Miss Mallory made, I know, and then I think Ginger made the fox, which we put him swipe or no swiping down there. Here is another layout that I did with a taco truck, but it wasn't originally a taco truck, but I changed it into one. It was an ice cream truck, and I took the ice cream off and added the taco. And then I used this little pig because I loved it. Like, it's so cute. That was us at Disney Springs. And then this one's my grandbabies racing in their cars out in the front yard. Loved it. This is the swap pieces I used in these little stars, and I think Miss Mallory made them. Man, Miss Mallory, you made a dent in my books. You're very represented. Love your stuff. Um, this was a swap piece. Actually, all of this was swaps except for this. And this was just scrap papers, and it was of us swimming. And I did lots of mixed media on it. I don't know how good you can see it, but I used the metallic watercolor. No, I'm lying. It was those gelato things, the mixed media sticks, but they're shiny. You can't see it really good, but. And I also used a stencil with the texture paste in it, and it turned out wonderfully, way better than I would have hoped. Like, I didn't expect it. This is a layout I did for my 500 subscriber YouTube hop of myself in my garden. And this one is probably going to go up on the wall because it'll get bent down because the flowers are bigger. I actually did stitching on it, like real life stitching, y'all. Like, I never do that. And at some point it'll probably go on the album, but we'll see. This one was a layout of my garden, and just using some of those flowers up. I did use swap pieces, so that was the goal. And here is this one I did of me at the Mexican restaurant with my favorite stuff. And I did the fringes because I saw that Carolyn did fringes. And I loved it. And then I used all this swap stuff. This one is probably one of my favorite ones that I did, just because I love this. Like, I love lemon stuff, but this was just, I love it. Like, love, love, love it. Love everything about it. It all came from swaps. It was me and my husband on a picnic at the flower farm. And then here we have a layout from vacation. Used up swap stuff and that hard to use Vicki Boutin dark background paper. And I really like how it turned out. I used the hexagons and all that stuff that was from swaps, and the bear, the title. Lots of swap pieces used on that one. Here is this one of my son Tyler and his girlfriend's baby shower for Miss Vivian before she came. And all of this stuff was swap items. Absolutely loved it. This one is from Disney. And all of this stuff was swap pieces, including the frames. And I actually love how it turned out. I don't know if you can see where I stenciled on the background, because that stencil reminded me so much of Epcot. I just wanted to use it. This is the layout I did of my grandma and my stepdad Stevie that passed away. And I loved it. Used up the Vicki Boutin. And the truck was from a swap. This one is another garden layout that I did. Using up these gorgeous swap pieces that Paula made. That went so well together. This is a fall layout. And for October, I think I'm going to try to do all of my pages either Halloween or fall themed for the whole month. At least that's my plan. I'm hoping I have enough pictures to be able to do that, because fall is my favorite, so I scrapbook it a lot. This is a layout using some of the leftovers from something else, and this is from a swap, and I turned it into a shaker, but this was me and my friend Tootie. She's more my sister. But this one is using up some more beautiful swap pieces of some of my grandbabies. And all of these were swap pieces, and that flower and the fence, these flowers, I didn't even count those. I totally forgot in my count. So I probably missed a few, but I'm just so excited to know that I used over 150 swap pieces. That's amazing to me. So this one is a 2-pager, and this one is from our vacation in Gatlinburg. And I used up swap stuff, and I used my border punch that I never use. So this one is of my grandbaby Lainey when she was being born. So sweet. Used up lots of swap pieces. Here is this one, and I absolutely love this paper, and I'm totally going to buy some more of it. It's the Close to My Heart, the new collection. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I absolutely love it, all the papers in it. But that was me in my garden that my grandbaby took the picture. This one is from Africa. Not really. It's from Africa and Disney World. And we got to go on the little safari tour and see the giraffes and all the other stuff up close. Here's another 2-pager of my grandbaby Kaylee's birthday, and I used up the party stuff that you can see in some of the pictures. Like you can see it hanging. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. You can see it hanging in this picture where it says Roar, but pretty much I cut it apart and just used all the pieces as embellishments. And then this one was from a swap, and these little trees, I just added that in to tie it in, and so that I could use up some swap pieces. And this one is probably my favorite 2-page that I did. I love it. I love this collection. I hoarded it. And I'm trying to use it, y'all. It's just so hard. But this was a card that Monica made me, and I tore the front off and used it on here. And then all of this stuff was from swaps. A little shaker. But super cute. And this one's another 2-pager from our vacation to Kentucky when we went to the coal mine camp. And very neat. Lots of historical stuff. The Barthel Coal Camp. Lots of swap items used up. I have this one I did just using leftover strips. You can really see the glitter on there. But this one was just using leftover strips out of my little bin that was getting too full. And then I just used up some frames and added some butterflies, and very simple but pretty layout. This one is another 2-pager that I did using the Close to My Heart collection. Can't remember what it's called. My memory's terrible, y'all. I also used up these postage stamp, canceled postage stamp embellishments that I had made. And when I got looking, I realized I didn't even use any swap stuff except for this. This was a separate piece from this. I ended up using that as the eye. But that's the only swap piece I put on there. But I use swaps. I use at least one, you know. Okay, this one's a layout I did of my grandpa. And I ended up just doing all my journaling and talking about it on the page. Love it. I love how it turned out. And you can see the little Scrabble pieces that I used on there. This one is the hardest layout I did for the month. Even though it seems the most simple. Everything I pulled out, I could not get it to work whatsoever. It just would not. And it's hard to show the colors on the camera. It's not showing up really good. But I did do smushing, and it went through the rainbow because that was the prompt. But it has pink, yellow, green, and blue. And then I added in purple stuff, even though I didn't use purple ink. But this was Brooke riding the carousel whenever she was like 3 years old. And then this is my last page that I did celebrating Cinco de Mayo and using up all of these Taco Tuesday embellishments from the swaps on Ginger's Corner. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me for the month. I have loved it. I hope you guys will continue to join me